Lexus halftime report, and boy, did Georgia, Alabama live up to the hype. What a great to get you into the prime time final window of the night. Jalen Milroe and the Tide strike early 7-0.
This is just the beginning for Alabama, what they did to begin this game.
So now 7-0, Alabama's second possession. Jam Miller, what a play call.
Yeah, great play design. They motion him out of the backfield and run the wheel with him to create the matchup with the linebacker.
Guys, it's 14-0 for the first quarter. Then Jeremy Bernard takes it to the outside. Joe, before you can take it's 21-0.
Alabama looks faster. They look more physical than Georgia early on.
So Georgia hadn't even had an opportunity to catch their breath, and Milroe was the best player on the field for the whole first half. 36 yards, 28-0 Tide.
It's a fourth down conversion, 117 rushing yards on the night for Milroe, but it's very early in the game still, Matt.
Here comes Carson back. 30-15. Georgia trying to make a comeback. Fourth quarter, first and goal. Carson back. Joey, it is 33-21.
And Carson Beck looked really bad in the first half. In the second half, he starts to make plays. This is a really good football team that's not just going to lay down.
Under 7 minutes to go. Back, Arian Smith, 47 yards.
Yeah, and they were going for it on fourth down to keep them and get them back into this game. They were 5 for 5 on fourth down in the second half.
They punched it in to make it 33-28. Back to Dylan Bell. They get the ball back, 67 yards. Georgia's taking the lead.
Somehow Georgia in the second half found a way to start going deep. They couldn't do this early, but it changes their offense and changes the momentum.
Ensuing possession.
So
First play. Jalen Milroe to the true freshman Ryan Williams.
Get it to the special freshman. Not just the catch, makes him miss. Outraces everybody to the end. He's a special player.
Again, this was 28-0 at one point. So Georgia's going to get the ball back. Here was the problem with this. Each team scored too quickly. Carson back. Chance for the heroic tie, and it is picked off. And just like that, a game that had rout written all over it, 41-34. And with that, we're going to exhale and welcome you into the Lexus Halftime Report. Dan Mullen, Joey Galloway, Matt Barrie. I will tell you this. When it was 28-0, Dan Mullen, SEC coach, looked at me. He's like, there's too much ball left. There's too much ball left. I'm thinking, this looks pretty grim for Georgia. Lo and behold, there was too much ball left, but Alabama gets out.
Well, a lot of times you get up to that huge lead. Your team's sitting there saying, hey, this is too easy. And the coach is looking up on the clock saying there is a lot of football against a good football team, especially one that can play defense. Georgia's defense started getting a stop. And you just tell the guys, hey, let's just get a stop here, get a stop there. We haven't played great offensively. Carson Beck threw 3 interceptions, missed some open throws. But if we get a stop here, it's early in the game. Alabama kind of looked sloppy there for quite a while after the big lead early. And Georgia was able to take advantage of that and slowly chip away. They expect to be a championship team, and they got themselves all the way back in it.
I mentioned earlier that Georgia just couldn't settle into the game early. They kept going downfield. They could not complete one. And so they started their game off with nothing going right. Alabama's offense was running circles around the defense. You could tell the defense changed. All of a sudden, these easy runs that Milroe was getting around the edge, now there was 2 tacklers out there ready for him. So they settled into the game finally. Carson Beck started to make some plays down the field, and then it's completely different after that.
A defining game early on in the season. And, oh, by the way, this could be one of 3 matchups between these two. Tonight, SEC championship and perhaps the college football playoff. If they're anything like this, you know what? I'm all in.